Hey cat lovers, and welcome back to the Purring Journal, the channel where we discuss all things feline. Searching for the right cat litter for you can seem like an impossible task, and you can quickly become overwhelmed with questions like what's the difference between clumping and non-clumping litter, or why do cats prefer some types of litter over others. But with the right information, you can go from aimlessly wandering the cat litter aisle to picking out a cat litter like an expert. If you enjoy learning about cat care, facts, behavior, and more, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an upload. Now let's reveal 6 easy to follow tips to help you pick the right cat litter like a pro. Tip number 1, consider your cat's preferences. When it comes to picking cat litter, one of the most important things to consider is your cat's preferences. Just like humans, cats have individual needs and tastes. So there isn't just one cat litter that works for all. Instead, you have to explore different options to figure out what your cat likes best. Even though your cat can't tell you directly what they do and don't like, you can infer from their behavior and their needs which cat litter would be best suited for them. For example, if you have a cat with allergies or respiratory issues, you'll want to look for a low dust or dust-free litters. Or if your cat is quite sensitive to textures, they may have preferences about material, size, and texture of the litter. In general, most cats prefer fine-grained litter over larger pieces, and soft litters tend to be better than harder materials. If your cat is perching on the edges of the litter box to avoid touching the litter, excessively grooming their paws after they use the litter box, or in extreme cases, avoiding the litter box altogether and having accidents around the house, there's a good chance they don't like the litter that you are currently using. If your cat is avoiding the litter box, the problem could also lie with the box itself rather than the litter. Make sure that you purchase a litter box that is a suitable size, shape, and material for your cat. Some cats dislike enclosed litter boxes, and they might also refuse to use a litter box if it is too small. A good rule of thumb is that the litter box should be at least 1.5 times the size of your cat, from their nose to the base of their tail, and they should have enough space to turn around fully. If your cat has started having issues with the litter box suddenly, especially if they previously showed no aversion to the litter box or the litter, you should consult your veterinarian as it may be indicative of an underlying health issue. Tip number 2, consider your preferences. Although your cat's preferences are the most important factor to consider when exploring cat litter brands, you can't forget about your needs. You should consider how a cat litter fits your personal needs and into your lifestyle. That said, ease of cleaning, tracking, and environmental impact might all be factors. Even though ease of cleaning and tracking don't affect your cat, they certainly affect you. If a litter is very difficult to clean and gets everywhere when changing it out, it can be a lot of hassle, not to mention time consuming. Litter that tracks easily and gets all over your house every time your cat uses the litter box is not only a headache, but it's also unsanitary. So you should look for litter that is going to make your life easy as well as your cat's. In general, it is best to look for litters that are clumping and low dust. These litters will be easiest to clean and track the least. A popular low dust litter is Dr. Elsey's Unscented Clumping Clay Litter, which we'll have linked in the description box below. If sustainability is an important factor for you, you can also take that into account when shopping for cat litters. Certain materials, including clay and silica, are non-biodegradable and made from unsustainable practices. However, there are plenty of materials like corn, recycled paper, wood, or wheat that are sustainable alternatives. While there are some downsides to these options, as clay and silica tend to be the easiest to use and more cat-friendly, it depends on what your priorities are. Tip number 3, learn about different materials. When browsing the cat litter aisle, the number of options can quickly become overwhelming. There are not only dozens of different brands, but there are also different materials to choose from. So to help you make the right decision for you and your cat, it's important to know what materials work best for you. Cat litters come in a wide variety of materials, and the most common materials are clay, silica, and biodegradable litter. There are pros and cons for all of these, and it's good to be acquainted with them before you make a purchase. Clay litter is one of the most common types of cat litter. Most clay litter is clumping, meaning it forms solid clumps when it comes to contact with fluids. This is often preferred over non-clumping litter, as it is best at odor control and easiest to clean. Non-clumping clay litters are usually more budget-friendly, but more difficult to use and clean. Most cats like the soft texture of clay litters, but some clay litters can be dusty and hard to clean. Silica or crystal cat litter is a litter made from silica gel, a porous form of silicone dioxide. Because of its porosity, silica gel can absorb large amounts of liquid, keeping the cat litter drier for longer. This material is known for its odor control and high absorbency, and it is nearly dust-free. Although it does not clump, silica litter tends to last longer than clay litter. Plus, some silica cat litters are now designed with technology to detect pH changes in your cat's urine, which can indicate potential health issues. Litters like PrettyLitter monitor for alkalinity, acidity, and presence of blood in your cat's urine to alert you to health problems early on through color-changing silica crystals. However, some cats dislike the texture of silica crystals, and urine can pool at the bottom of the litter box if the litter is not sifted regularly. Aside from clay and silica, the most common other materials for cat litter is biodegradable or natural materials. This includes pine, paper pellets, walnuts, tofu, wheat, and corn. These materials are usually picked over clay and silica for their environmental benefits. Unlike the other two, natural materials are sustainable and don't contribute to landfill waste. They also tend to be low dust, soft on cats' paws, and most cats tend to like them. However, they are not as easy to clean, don't last as long, and come at a higher price tag than other cat litters. They also tend not to be as good at odor control and can be more prone to tracking and spoilage. Tip number 4, know which brands to look for. Even if you know which type of litter works best for you and your cat, you still have to pick from hundreds of different brands. When navigating brands that look the same and make similar promises, it can be difficult to know which ones are actually good quality and safe for your cat. In general, you should look for brands that do not include harmful additives or scents in their litters. When it comes to specific brands, Dr. Elsey's is highly rated and recommended by experts, and their formulas are known for their superior clumping, strong odor control, and low dust levels. Other good brands include PrettyLitter, Arm & Hammer, and Tuft & Paw. If you need more recommendations on good, expert-recommended cat litter, ask your veterinarian. They will be able to provide individualized recommendations based on your and your cat's needs, plus they'll be familiar with the best brands for you to try. Tip number 5, experiment with different options. Finding the right cat litter for your household can take time, and you might not pick the right one on the first try. It's a process of trial and error, and you'll need to experiment with different materials, textures, and types of litter to find one that works well for your cat. It's important to stay patient and keep trying, even if your cat is picky. If you have a multi-cat household, you may need to have several different types of litter to meet your cat's individual preferences. You should already be following the N+1 rule for litter boxes, which states that you should have at least one litter box for every cat in the household plus one extra. So if you have 2 cats, you should have 3 litter boxes, or if you have 3 cats, you should have 4 litter boxes, and so on. This reduces competition and helps maintain cleanliness, but it might also be helpful to have different types of litter for your cats to choose from. When switching to a new cat litter, it's important to transition properly to prevent your cat from feeling overwhelmed or avoiding the litter box. Transitioning your cat slowly will allow them to adjust to the texture and smell of the new litter. To transition your cat onto a new litter, start by replacing around 1/3 of the old litter with the new litter. Over around 7 to 10 days, increase the amount of new litter gradually until the litter box consists completely of the new litter. During the process, observe your cat to see how they are adjusting to the new litter. This process will depend on how well your cat adjusts to changes in their routine. If your cat is quite adaptable, the transition process might be unnecessary. However, many cats will get overwhelmed by the new litter, and they need to be slowly transitioned to be comfortable. Tip number 6, keep it clean. No matter what type of material or brand you pick, your cat isn't going to be happy if you aren't regularly cleaning the litter box. Nobody likes a dirty bathroom, not even your cat. Regardless of the litter you choose, your cat might avoid using the litter box if it's dirty or smelly. This is especially likely if you have an enclosed litter box. You should be scooping your cat's litter box every single day, and you should deep clean the litter box at least once a month. Deep cleaning involves emptying all of the litter and scrubbing the litter box with warm soapy water. You should avoid using harsh chemicals and cleaners as they can be harmful to your cats and the smell might deter them from using the litter box. Instead, a simple unscented dish soap is fine. Even though some cat litters are scented in an attempt to mask odors, these perfumes or additives are often more harmful than helpful. Many cats find the scent overwhelming or unpleasant, and they can even cause respiratory irritation or allergic reactions. In general, you should always choose unscented litters over scented litters, and you should focus on odor elimination instead of odor masking. The best way to eliminate odors is to clean your cat's litter box regularly. For an extra kick, try sprinkling some baking soda into the bottom of the box after you've deep cleaned it. Baking soda chemically neutralizes odors and is a great way to keep your cat's litter box smelling fresher for longer. Clumping litters also tend to be more effective at controlling odors than non-clumping ones, as they allow for easy removal of used litter. Finding the right cat litter for you and your feline friend can seem overwhelming at first, but we hope that these tips will make you feel like a pro the next time you need to visit the litter aisle. Now we would love to hear from you. Do you have any cat litter tips or recommendations? Drop your comments below, and if you found this guide helpful, we invite you to check out one of these awesome videos next, including one about the best cat litters of the year. We'll see you there, cat lovers.